everyone, this is Coach Gene of Drafting Lifestyle, and we're again here for another video tutorial. This topic will be talking about how to draft basic wall footing details that is part under foundation plan. So this video will help you on how to draft basic wall footing detail without the use of any dynamic blocks. So this video is intended for students who are struggling with their AutoCAD works, and this video's aim is to help you on how you're going to do your wall footing details and of course other AutoCAD purposes. So since we are going to talk about wall footing details, allow me to give you a little bit of insight of what is wall footing details or how you are going to start with it. These details of wall footing and footing column are very important layouts. This is used for laborer and workmen to follow easily during construction of houses, buildings, or any structures. This gives very particular detail on the materials to be used and the sizes to be installed for the structural members. Drawing the footing column detail and wall footing details in detail should be in larger scale. Thus, this scale should be at 1:20 meters, 1:30 meters, and 1:10 meters. The following scales are suggested the ideal for the detailed drawing. So which means we are going to draw this in a larger scale, just like our footing column detail. But this time we are going to use siguro 1:10 so that it will be much more clearer. Okay? So if you're ready, let's start with our video tutorial. On our screen, we can see here there are two what we call sizes of concrete hollow blocks that is being used in our industry dito sa Pilipinas. One is what we call this one, or what we call the CHB, na may size na 0.1, 0.40 by 0.20. Ito yung 4-inch na. In inches, this is 4-inch thickness of concrete hollow blocks that is being used sa mga bahay, maliit na bahay. There are some engineers prefer use of 0.15 thickness of hollow blocks that can also be used sa mga bahay. Pero most that I've worked with other engineers or other architects, for outside walls they are using 0.15, and then for the interiors they are using 0.1. So either way, pwede naman silang gamitin because they serve as purpose for concrete for your wallings. Okay, so let's start on how to draft the wall footing details here. So let's go back again with our design. So titignan muna natin sa ating foundation plan. So inside the wall that we used is wall footing details. Kasi sa outside, what we did use is a footing tie beam. So wall footing is in the inside. So if you're going to remember what that we used here for our wall footing, we did use only 0.30 ang kanyang wall footing, and then the thickness of the wall is at 0.15. So this includes yung plastering. So how are we going to start? Of course, what we are going to choose here this time is only 0.1. Okay, so I'm going to do here a layer line as a reference point and then a horizontal one. Okay, so I'm going to do here offset of 0.50 going downwards. This is our grade line, so offset tayo ng 0.50 pababa as the point of distance of what we are going to do, what we are going to start with our AutoCAD. So next that I'm going to offset here by 0.1, or pwede rin naman siyang 0.2. Okay, so 0.1 thickness, sige na lang, 0.20 na lang gamitin natin. Okay, 0.20, and then I'm going to create an offset of 0.15 on both sides. Now remember, 0.30 or 0.40 is the ideal. Hindi na tayo pwede bumaba doon. But for single structure, we only have 0.30. But for 2 floors, 3 floors, 0.40 ang pinaka-minimum for wall footing details na sa ground level. Okay? So let's keep that in mind. Okay. So let's trim and excess lines here. Okay. And then this one. Let's trim all these lines that are not necessary. Okay, so what I'm going to do here, since I already have the top view and the front view of this drawing. Drawing ko lang to kanina. Okay, so just to give you an input on what you are going to do here. So here is our what we call the basis already. So grade line to dito. So ito ang lupang level. So what we are going to do is I'll just copy this one, copy, and then I'm going to place it here. So always remember that it always starts on the middle. So copy lang natin siya, and then provide another copy here as it represents the position of the wall, or what we call the CHB, or then also known as the concrete hollow block. Then what we're going to do here is to indicate this one dito ang kanyang wall foot, ang kanyang mga steel bars. Now remember, we did create this drawing already before. Okay? So ang kagandahan sa AutoCAD, once you already have some drawings here, you can already copy. Pwede natin siyang i-copy. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to highlight this one, copy. If you just follow our previous tutorial dito, we could scale the drawing up and down from the previous. Okay? So tatanggalin ko lang hindi kailangan, kukunin ko lang yung mga importante. Okay, so I'm going to rescale this scale. Since this is a 20, ang itatype ko dito 20/100 so that I could go back into 1:100. And I'm going to move this drawing somewhere here closer sa ating drawing so that I could copy all the important points. So here, I'm going to offset at 0.05 on both sides. Here, here, and here. Okay, so after dito, I'll just copy this one, this layout here, copy, and then place it somewhere here. Okay, so meron naman tayong isa. I'm just going to copy this one. Why did we copy? For us to make our drawing faster, kasi it's useless kung ika-copy pa natin siya ng buo. Okay, so that's the beauty here in AutoCAD. So, yung mga drawings na meron na kayo, you could just simply copy. If you observe in elevation work and in section drawing, kapag meron na kayong illustration doon, you just have to copy those things and then just create a extra file para meron kayong save na output, or whenever you need something, at least meron na kayong kopya. So, I'm going to copy this one here in the middle so that I could place it right away. And then, you're going to have also another copy here. Copy ko na lang dito siya. Copy. And then, I'm going to make sure, choose between midpoints. Then, I'm going to place it here as our reference. Okay? So here. Then, I'm just going to cut this drawing somewhere here, and then trim na lang natin yung sobra. Okay? So, extend these two lines going upward. So, this represents as the steel bars that is lying inside the structure. Okay? So, remember, the function of steel bars is very important in our work. Okay? Kasi kapag walang steel bar, ang structure natin ay madali lang masisira. So, always remember those things. Okay? So, since I already have my broken line here, or the break line, I'll just copy it right away dito. And then, I'll just place it somewhere here so that I could erase the excess lines that I created here. Okay? So, yung hindi kailangan, tatanggalin na natin. Okay. So, then, if you need to copy one more, you may also do so. Copy here to provide more detailed illustration. Remember that when you're going to drop this one, this is intended for worksman. Okay? Para madali nilang maintindihan ang illustration natin. Okay. So, once we're done here, okay, I'm going to add some details here at point 3. Okay. And here. So, I'm going to have a point. Okay, point 3. Offset ng point 1. Going downwards. Okay. Now, this is for the flooring level. Okay. So, after dito, I'm going to offset here also ng 0.025, okay, for the plastering natin. Okay, let's explode this drawing kasi this will serve as the concrete plaster of the structure na ginawa natin. Remember, for structural drawings, you have to maintain, you have to create plaster works para sa ating drawing. Kasi remember, when you're going to have the concrete, no, using concrete structure, you have to use plastering para sa finishing ng mga wallings. Okay? So, keep that in mind. So, then after here, I'm going to have lines here. I'll just drop line here and then this one here. So, offset tayo ng 0.1 on all sides. Dito. Then, 0.1 din dito. And then dito. So, here, set one more and here one more. Okay, then line. And then line. Trim, that is not important in our work. Okay. Now that we already have these drawings dito, it's time for us to it's time for us to also insert yung steel bars. So remember, ang rule natin dito, for every layer, 3 layers of steel bars, meron tayong isang horizontal bar na kailangang ilagay. Okay? So we have 1 CHB, 2 CHB, and then 3 every third level, meron tayong CHB na kailangang ilagay. Okay? Ang ating what we call steel bars. So, okay, here, I'm going to just drop line here for our design. Not necessarily kailangan naka-measured siya. Just to have a proportion of our work. Okay. And then, this one, if we were going to hatch this one, okay, hatch. Okay. So, I'm going to hatch this one here. And then, I'm going to match the drawing para mas madali natin siyang matapos. Then, hatch again here. Okay. Dito at saka dito sa kabila. And then, I'm going to use earth symbol on this area. Okay. So, once you're done, you can remove already these 2 lines that you create. So, mas madali at mas detailed ang ating work. Okay. So, again, remember, if you need to extend the size of this 1.40, you may do so. Then, it's time for us to layer yung ating hollow blocks. So, I'm going to layer this one into fine line. Okay. So that hindi naman siya catchy kasi ang steel bars must be really naka-exposed. Okay. So, here. Fine lines. This one. Erase natin siya. Sorry. Fine lines. This one, fine lines din. Okay. Then the remaining part, fine lines. Okay, for plastering, if you want to use other layer, color para mas maintindihan, mas maganda din. Okay, so then we're going to hatch this one before we are going to proceed any further. Okay, ito. This one. This line here. Now this. Let's match this one. Para mas maling intindihin. Okay, so I'm going to hatch here this time using ANSI 131. So that we could understand more of our layer here. So we should change the size scale or hatch pattern scale into 1. Kung pwede pang paliitin ng 0.2. Okay. Pwede. So here, and then the other side, dito naman. Okay. Here. Then, sa kabila naman, I'm going to hatch in a different position, in the opposite direction. So I'm going to choose the angle of 90 degree so that it would represent as the hollow block, the hollow block being seated on the wall footing. Okay, so here. And then, meron pang isa nakalimutan natin dito, which is goes on the opposite way. So, click na lang natin, and then, let's just change the angle into 0 so that mas madaling maintindihan. Okay, so if you also wish to add a hatch here for concrete, you may do so. So, hanapin na lang natin ang air concrete and then place it here. If you think you need to resize this one to 0.05, pwede rin, or 0.03, pwede. Now, layer this one. Okay. I'm going to layer these lines here. A fine line. Okay. Match. Okay. Then these lines that we created, I'm going to layer this right away with section. Okay. This one, second, third, and the fourth would be as section. Okay. So after dito, this is already what we call the section drawing. So if you wish also, sa karamihan kasi in sa mga unang design, they are using only sectional works. Pero ang latest design ngayon, nagdadagdag na sila ng detailed plan ng wall footing. So we are also going to do that. Okay? So section dito. So using projection method that we are used to, no? Kasi remember, we are not using any dynamic block here. So, click lang natin siya dito. And then, copy as representation of the wall footing. Okay, so, we are going to copy this one also into hatch. Okay, so kukunin natin siya drawing niya. So, after dito, copy natin ito siya. Here, to here. Extending siguro dito. And then, let's extend this one. And then dito naman, tanggalin na natin ito. So, we did use the projection method here. So, always remember, you find the center of the drawing. So, since we did use 0.05, uunahin natin dito ang steel bar. So, here, 0.05, 0.05. Okay. So, uunahin natin steel bar. So, since we already have this design here, ito lang ang kailangan natin dito. Okay. Copy. Let's scale this one again into 1:100. SC 20/100. Okay. So, now that they're already here, okay, copy, i-move na lang natin ito siya. Or, simply just copy this one or create line first here. Dito, let's say that the line is here, and then we're going to offset for every commonly sa mga wall footings distance of steel bars here, at they are commonly spaced at 0.30 in minimum. So here 0.30, 0.30, and so on. Kung i-extend pa natin siya dito, so hanggang dyan maaabot pa. Okay, so what we're going to do is simply copy this one. Okay, extend na lang muna natin. Copy this one. And then, position it here. So, then also, we're going to have this opposite side. Copy na lang natin siya dito. And then place it on the opposite side. Okay. So, now that we're going to have these two here, so trim the excess lines. Ito, tanggalin din ito so that our drawing will be more understandable. So here, this one. Then offset tayo ng 0.01 for these steel bars. Okay. So trim na lang natin ito siya. And then this one. Okay, let's copy. Before that, proceed. Let's match this one para isang trabaho na lang. And then copy this one to the next part ng 0.30. And then to the another part. And of course, hindi na maabot. So, trim na lang yung iba. Okay. So, now that we already have these steel bars here, I'll just make an effort on how to spend a little time here on trimming other edges. Okay. And here. Here and here. And then yung sobra, i-erase na lang natin so that it would be faster for our work. Okay, so let's match these lines dito and match everything sa ating drawing. Okay, so what's missing here is this, what we call the hollow block. So I'm going to create an imaginary line first, or our guide kung saan ko siya ilalagay here. So, but I'm going to erase that later. Okay? Since tatlong bars na yun talaga siya. So, I'm going to copy this one. It's up to you if you want to create this into block. Okay? So, if you want to, I'll just have it block. Say, so, for example, CHB top. And then, okay. So, let's try to layer this right away with fine lines para mas madali naman siya. And then, copy. Here. Mid between 2 points. Click. Then place them here. The opposite side. Okay. So i-copy na lang natin siya dito. Copy. Place it here. And then place it here. And then there we go. So, yung sobra, let us just explode this. Okay? So, explode na lang natin. Sorry. Explode. And then, yung trimming the excess para mas madali. Okay? So, here. And then, yung sa last part is to trim the excess area. Explode. Trim na lang natin. And then all the unnecessary lines that are not needed can be easily erased. Okay? Okay. So, once you're already done with this one, okay, tatanggalin ko to sa loob para mas detailed siya tignan. Okay, so or maybe you can also leave it like that. Okay, so let's match this one. Itong drawing na to. Okay, this one. And so on. Ito naman. Now, if you need to copy one more here, you may do so. Okay, so let's move this one here. And then creating fine lines. Ito. Okay, may steel bar pa tayo sa gitna. Okay, so here, copy na lang to. Copy. Mid between 2 points. Place it here as a reference of our line. So just move it upward for our steel bar. Then we're almost done with our work. The only thing is we have to scale this one and then add the information needed sa ating work. Okay. Now, in an event that you wish to create a what you call the hatch here, you may also do so. Okay? So, depende na lang sa inyo kung gusto nyo pang i-hatch ang mga bawat hollow block. So, if you want to hatch them solid, pwede. So, if you want that, you may do so. Okay? Hatch as a pattern, and then I'm going to choose solid. So, kung titignan natin, maganda ba siyang tignan? Pwede. You have the go signal here as representing as the steel bars. Okay, I'm sorry, CHB. Okay, so here, if you want to do the same process, be my guest. Okay, so after dito, you could just simply layer it in a fine line. Okay? Para mas maganda siya tignan dito. Then here. So, supposedly, we have to add one. If you want, copy na lang para dito sa side. Okay, so here, explode, trim unnecessary lines, then erase this one. Hatch to solid, and then just match everything on your work. Okay, so there we already have it, the lines that we are going to have. Now, if you want to place by order dito, so order natin, draw order, send to back, para hindi makita, much better, para mas maintindihan at mas understandable ang ating drawing. Okay, so before we also forget, for every steel bar, for every CHB, we are going to place a steel bar distance. No, dati, what I remember, for every 4 layers distance of steel bars, isang hollow block for distance niya. Ngayon, every 3 layers, if you are going to have to count it, it's about 0.3 by 0.3 ang distance ng bawat 0.3 ang distance ng bawat CHB horizontal vertical steel bars. Okay, so draw to back para mas maintindihan. Okay, so therefore we already almost done here with our work. So since we already done with this drawing, let us erase this because we don't need this anyway. Okay, but we're going to save this drawing here. Let's just move them dito para whenever we need them, at least may file na tayo. Yun ang kagandahan ng AutoCAD. Meron ka na kaagad na output na pwede, when you're going to have another work, you have already the details for that. So what I'm missing here is that simply I'm going to copy this one, copy here for every cell. For example, dito, I'll just move here. And then, ito naman, copy to the next one. So this is 1, 2, 3. So dito siya nakalagay sa susunod. Okay? So that is what we call the position of the steel bar. So it's time for us to label the drawings right away. So this time we're going to use 1:10. So I'm going to scale it from starting from 100/10. Enter. So as you can see, our drawing become much more bigger compared sa ating footing column. So here we're going to move this dito, and then I'm trying to move this one naman lower dito. Or if you want, pwede rin naman siya dito. Okay, so this is the plan. Copy. This is the section. Okay. So the next thing you're going to do here is simply, I'm going to move this one para mas may space. So what should I do here next is by setting my drawing or creating another new, okay, creating new, and then 1:10, okay, meters. So continue, and then primary units ang una-unahin natin, and then that is 0.1 or 0.10. So text here, should I say I'm going to add this into 0.5, arrow, siguro 0.22 into 0.4. But later we are going to observe if you can just edit it right away kapag hindi siya enough pa ang laki. Okay, so let's try to have this 2 here, and then I'm going to have it set as current and then close. So we will check if it's already okay with the size. Okay, so unahin natin dito sa plan, DLI natin siya, dimension linear, 0.30. If it's okay already with you, you may do so. So CHB, here, then to the next CHB. Okay, saan na yun? Aha, na-layer ko na lahat. Click, and it should be here. Click, okay, yun. Then DCO, okay, so then we also forgot, what if no na, oh, say for example this one, there should be still plastering, but still nasa below siya, dito na lang natin ipapakita ang plastering. So DLI here, that is the plaster, and then meron pa tayo sa loob ang CHB. Okay, so that's about the plaster here. And then if you want to set the dimensions for steel bars, okay, and so on, you may do so. Then remaining here, DLI tayo ulit dito sa baba, then DCO, okay, and then okay, so here, I'm sorry, it should be here pala, and then DCO to here. Okay, so this is MGL, and this is FFL. Okay, and then it's time for us to layer everything. So I'm going to change this layer for the dimension. So match na lang natin siya. Here, right away, dimensions. Okay, So here, we're not yet done. We're going to put the name here. Okay, kasi meron pa siyang details. Okay, so let's place this wall footing details. Okay, now don't forget also to change the scale into 1:10 meters. Okay, so palaki ng palaki ang drawing. So what's missing here is to place the labels. Okay, so this one, if you want to copy, for example ito, if you want to copy, you may also do so. So copy na lang din, but if you prefer to mas malaki siya, pwede naman. So dito 10mm diameters steel bars. Okay. So for example, vertical steel bars. Let's try to move a little, use this one para may space. Then copy. Okay. Circle. Here, match. Horizontal steel bars spaced at every 3 layers of CHB. Okay, then here, place this one. Copy na lang din. Okay. 10mm diameter steel bars. Okay, 3-10 of 3mm steel bars, and then this one, copy, or even this one, you can copy this too. Okay, copy, and then we're going to place them somewhere here. Now if you want spacing, create a little bit here. 10mm horizontal steel bar. Then okay, let's change this one. 10mm steel bars. Steel bars spaced. We will change this one. Sorry, mali pala. No. This one is 3 of 10. Okay, so let's change this one. 3 of 10 steel bars. And then this one, let's change this one. Okay, steel bars spaced at 0.30 meters both ways. Okay, then we'll try to move this one para mas madaling intindihan ito. Okay, so trying to layer this one. Okay, so same thing din dito. Or if you do not, please do not also forget to place this one, yung plaster, para mas maintindihan. Okay, 1 inch concrete plaster. Then, dito naman tayo sa kabila, all the things you need is simply the same. Okay? So, this one, copy. here. Then this one, copy ito. Then, not to forget, no? Copy natin siya. Okay. Point 40 by 0.20 by 0.10, or if you want, you can add also 0. 0, 0, if you want space, 0, then CHB. Okay, so ito, copy rin natin to siya. Copy here, dito. Okay. What else did we forget here? So if you think you're already done with this one, you can already plot your work. So let's proceed with our A3 works. Okay, so let's try to go here. So remember, 10:1 is the most important. So, dito. So once you're done, let's try to plot everything here and check. So before you plot talaga sa inyong output, you have to check out really before you submit, kasi importante talaga siya. So here, if you think you're already done, you can submit this one. But this is one way on how you're going to proceed in drafting wall footing details without using any dynamic blocks. Okay? So I hope that you learned something from me today, although this process is quite a bit long because this is a detail. Okay? So as much as we want to make it faster, but since you are still learning on AutoCAD works in the basic way, that's the process. Okay? So soon, wag magaling na talaga masyado, you can find a little bit more way on how to do it faster. This is Coach Gene of Drafting Lifestyle, and again, I'm happy to share to you my knowledge. And if you want this copy ng modules, just give me a PM sa aking Facebook page so that I can send it to you directly, yung mga learning materials that we could use for our students. Remember, these learning materials is not for sale. They're not intended to make money, but they are intended to provide insightful educations for our students. Okay? So if you know something that do not know, please share it with us, because I would love to share those things to my students also, so that they will be more equipped and there will be no more students that are ignorant. Okay? So, thank you, God bless, and salamat po sa inyong suporta. Mabuhay po tayong lahat.